Hello friends, warm welcome in this video that is outbreeding devices or contrivances. Friends, genetic diversity is an essential factor for evolution by natural selection. Majority of flowering plants produce hermaphrodite flowers and pollen grains are likely to come in contact with the stigma of the same flower. Continued self-pollination result in inbreeding depression. Thus, plants have to develop many strategies to encourage cross-pollination and discourage or prevent self-pollination. To promote cross-pollination and increase genetic diversity, plants have evolved a variety of sexual strategies, and these strategies are known as outbreeding devices. So the very first strategy is unisexuality. In this case, the plant bears either male or female flowers. It is also called as dioecision. As flowers are unisexual, self-pollination is not possible. These plants may be monoecious, like maize, that means both male and female flowers are present on the same plant, or they may be dioecious, as in the case of mulberry or papaya, in which the male and female flowers are located on different plants or separate plants. The second strategy is dichotomy. In autogamy, if the pollen grains and anthers mature at the same time, it is termed as homogamy. But if anthers and stigma mature at different times in a bisexual flower so as to prevent self-pollination, it is called as dichotomy. It can be further divided into two types. The first type is protogyny, in which androecium matures earlier than the gynoecium. For example, in case of epigod, the anthers matures first and then stigma. The second type of dichotomy is protogyny, in which gynoecium matures earlier than the androecium. For example, in case of various plants of poaceae, stigma matures earlier than the anther. Most of the anemophilous plants exhibit protogyny. The third strategy used by the plants is prepotency. Pollen grains of other flowers germinate rapidly over the stigma than the pollen grains from the same flower. For example, in case of apple. The fourth strategy used by the plants to encourage cross-pollination and discourage self-pollination is heteromorphy. The heteromorphy is also called as heterostyly or heteroentry. In some plants like a primula or primose, there are two or three forms or types of flowers in which stigma and anthers are placed at different levels. This prevents the pollen from reaching the stigma and pollinating it. In heteromorphic flowers, pollen grains produced from anther pollinate stigma if it is produced at same level. The fifth strategy is Heterogamy. It is a mechanical device to prevent self-pollination in a bisexual flower. In plants, natural physical barrier is present between two sex organs and avoid contact of pollen with the stigma of a same flower. For example, in case of gloriosa flower, calotropis flower or hibiscus flower, the stigma is positioned above the level of anthers. The last strategy is self-incompatibility or self-sterility. This is a genetic mechanism due to which the germination of pollen or stigma of the same flower is inhibited, and thus the pollen only germinate on the different plant. Such type of self-incompatibility can be easily seen in tobacco plant. So friend, this is all about the various strategies or outbreeding devices used by the plants to encourage cross-pollination and to discourage the self-pollination. If you like this video, subscribe to our channel and share these videos among your friends. Thank you.